The first time I picked up a pen, it wasn't to spit acid, it was to grip it. I dreamt of a can in hand dripping corrosion the color of corroded arteries on the boxcars. Though I was anger manifest, there was no violence in my intent to bomb. Every time I traced my block letters, I time traveled to an era when a name is all some had. In the rugged streets of the rotten apple, kids palm subversion in their fingertips and wrote their salvation onto every subway tunnel that they could find. These kids learned politics by being living incarnations of revolution. They drew the face of revolution and etched out their pain to make Harlem home. These kids showed that they were born of the streets, abrasive and cold, but still managing to hold masterpieces. Rashad wrote to prove he had the baddest crew, and Jesus tagged to prove he ain't as bad as you. Write some whack shit and get straight this, but fist instead of bullets get into any fight. These kids were lethal with art, and it's a good thing. Because we've always been taught to take shots at each other, so these kids wielded colors, and the only protection that they needed was the still silence of night. Trains volunteered as tributes, kids asking, can you dig it? And didn't wait for an answer, cause sure enough, motherfucker, you're gonna have to. These kids pinned, cause they had to see. They didn't have to be told crack was whack. Mama showed them what that crack do. Pipes filled with mist, cloudy eyes, can you dig it? Dig inside themselves, cause their homes had the bad blues. So they escaped to the avenues, the boulevards, the blocks. They screamed in color until all the internal screams had stopped. Yeah. Mama kept Jones in, and ain't no money out here, but these kids wrote in colors that screeched, never forget. Same fuck you attitude, cause shit wasn't changing, see they drew the face of revolution. It's no wonder I found the pen when I was pissed, political, and depressed. People always told me I was rough around the edges, so I rounded out my letters eventually. Today, I pin for every critic who lets the word urban leak from their mouth like toxins. We let people erect metal in concrete environments as a testament to our transcendence from animals to gods. Yet they make fun of our native art, call it cave paintings, but we drew the face of revolution. We bring color to your whitewashed culture. The only thing we're vandalizing is your invasion. You cannot keep us quiet. You can copy our culture, but our language decides riots. We draw the face of revolution. Things ain't changed much. So we still got our work paper. Woo!